Hello my fellow gamers and welcome to Perafilozof's City Skylines. Let's learn to play it. Now because it's been so many episodes, I wish to just make sure that you know what mods I'm using. So in the content manager, the mods that I'm using are the autosave that saves every 10 minutes, but be warned, it saves a new save every 10 minutes and it's not overriding the saves, and a tree brush tool that comes right out of the map editor but which you can use in the actual game. You just press the plus or minus signs on your keyboard and you get a tree brush tool and you don't have to plant trees one at a time. Now to continue with my city, in the previous episode I had finally unlocked the high density zones, but I haven't used anything but offices. I had unlocked the incinerators, so I started incinerating my trash, and at the end of that last episode I had started emptying out this landfill because this one was emptied and burned all of its trash, and now I'm burning the trash from this one while this one is still operating at around 40% capacity. I had built these two crazy one-ways for my garbage trucks to have easy access to my city. They go into it through here and then into the residential zones up here, and then come out by using this. Alright, maybe this. Yeah, it seems to work. They come through here, they go down here, and instead of going through this industrial area over here, they use this one way over here. What I had just realized was that they have to use these one ways to get into here, then turn here. I had thought that they would use this one, but I had forgotten which way this one way was turned. But so far it seems to be working. I do still have this congestion here. When you look at these streets, you see that they are red. It's because a lot of these trucks that are importing raw goods for my industry to work on are using these roads. I had increased my entrances here from 3 lanes to 6 lanes, and then I took one street which is a 2-lane one way and brought it to go this way, while the other one is a 6-lane one way and keeps going up here and leads the traffic off into different directions. It's not the best idea ever. I had kinda outgrown my original idea of how to zone and how to build, and now it's not as good as it used to be. So I'm calling this like a moment before failure because I'm not really happy with it, and it's no longer the design I had in mind because the size of the city has outgrown the original design and made it useless. So this will all have to be destroyed and reworked to make a better design. But as I am just using this city to learn, I'm not going to obsess too much about it. I do have a plan to buy one of these areas. I may choose this one over here to make somewhat of a different city. This one was a grid, but I am planning to make a circular city out of this one over here to see just how well a design like that would work out. Yes, they are going to be almost independent cities. The game will consider them one big city, but I am going to make this one like a new one and just use the cash that I'm amounting from this city to build that one from scratch and kind of test out a new design. So now that I've told you all of that, let's see about finishing up in this city. My water and power are critical now. I should see what can be increased with the budget. Nothing. Well, in that case I will need to increase the amount of utilities that I have. First, the water drain pipe over here, then another water pumping station over here, and now because I already have 2 incineration plants which are working at their maximum capacity and I still do not have enough power, I will definitely have to use another coal power plant. I keep placing them here because this is the center of my pollution. I don't want it to spread around too much. One more thing that I had in mind to do was to alleviate this problem. I had some ideas. They are not gonna make it look pretty, but it may work out. at least a little bit. Here we go. And now over here. Page down. Maybe I should have gone page down before this. Let's try it like so. Oh, come on, just a little bit off to the side, please. There. And go back to the straight. No, not really straight. Needed to curve at least a little bit. There. Now it is turning into a nightmare and I am well aware, so I'm just trying to make the city operational while I'm still getting money out of it to test out other things that I need to learn before I can say that I have learned enough to start some city in a proper way. I'm not saying I didn't start this one in a proper way. It was a good design for the size that it used to be, but the size that it is now and the way that I only have one entrance here, it has outgrown that, most definitely. Not because of the amount of people, because I only have around 10,000 sims. It's because of the traffic and the way in which it works. So you really have to understand why and where these trucks are going so that you know how to manage them. Anyway, as I was saying, I would like to keep expanding this as long as I can before I buy a new area and try out some new designs. I do have a demand for industrial and for residential, so I'll do the residential first. These areas over here, make sure they have the water. Yes, they do. I do now have enough power and I can expand onto these areas. That was a curve, but it gave a straight line after all. More zones here. I am going to need some parks. Let's see, a large playground. And let's say basketball court. That should be enough. And you may have noticed still no commercial demand, but I have some commercial in these zones here. You see that they are filled up, and check this out. Level 2. This was a new area. I think it's like one video old, but it's already at level 2. And I believe that that may be the answer why I have so little commercial demand, because they grow to the second level so fast that building at a higher level ends up making enough of selling enough goods for the demand not to have to go up. Now to zone this part here, maybe some commercial, well, let's see, over here perhaps. No, that's not gonna work out. The ground is probably uneven. Yeah, most likely. Alright, let's zone this and see what can be built. Whole zone here and another whole zone here. As for the services, I need to check how much is being covered. Yeah, these 2 clinics are no longer enough, so I believe I'll be plopping another one right over here. Although this would be in the middle of the zone, and as you know, I don't like plopping stuff on streets that are going to be used by a lot of people. What? Why are they? Water availability low? What's going on here? No power? Oh, I must have destroyed a pylon when I placed this thing. Oh, damn. Did not see that. I did not see that. Oh, look at this. Nobody has water. That was really bad. That was really bad. Had not noticed that. You guys probably noticed that and were screaming for the last 10 minutes, but I kind of failed to notice that. Okay, get back to the zone. I was trying to place a clinic onto a nice spot, and as you can see, this street does not have any zones zoned onto this side of the street, and that is why this is where I will place the clinic, so that the ambulance cars do not have to wait for any garbage trucks or stop behind firemen who are extinguishing fires in any homes, and so on. When it comes to the firemen that I have mentioned, I do have 3, but it seems they're still not covering. I still have a high hazard, so I could place a new firehouse up here. Police stations, the upper part of the city will no longer be covered, so definitely need, I think it's a police station. Yeah, it is a police station. So a police station as well up here. When it comes to schools, yeah, I'm running low on room for elementary school students and for high school students as well, so that could need an upgrade. And if I plan to keep zoning up here, I will have to upgrade with more schools. Anyway, I need to get some more industry, and there is only a little bit of space left here for industry, so I will use this up here. Do they have water? Yes, they do. Everyone here has water. Another thing that I needed to check was how were these things doing. 60%, 49%, 61%. The coal power plant is added its production to these. I'm overpaying for the utilities at the moment, but I'm pretty sure I will get more homes and more industry up, and they will start paying for those utilities. The industry zone district, I mean, is all the way up here, and the only thing I have in this district is the, maybe I should try and remember it for once, smoke detection distribution. It does seem to cost me 1,400 for all my industry, but I am gaining 5,500 from taxes from the industry, so it's not that bad of a deal if I have far fewer burning industrial buildings. And since my fire departments are pretty far away from the industrial, it is a good idea to have that policy. So the traffic seems to be okay compared to how it was before. I know this is as ugly as you could possibly make it, but it seems to be working out. Another thing that I wanted to check, well, actually I did check it all. Health, fire, police, and education. I had said I might need a new elementary school over here probably, and a new high school as well. But I kind of don't think I really need to educate that many, because if you take a look at my industry, pretty much all of my industrial buildings have over-educated workers, so I don't really need all my population to be educated. Oh right, I forgot about this. I hadn't placed any pylons yet. I did not place any industry to pull the power through these zones. Well, let's just use some pylons. Say like this, and then, oh, congratulations, small city, 11,000. Trains, oh cool. So train stations and cargo terminals, this is going to be very important, because I had an idea what to do with these things, and therefore I was hoping I would unlock this soon, and this is excellent. I will show you that idea in maybe even in this video, or maybe in the next one. Alright, let's close this down. I was trying to get some power to the industrial up here. Let's see, it should go up and then transfer the power to this building over here. Give it a second. Yes, I know you're angry, you have no power. Hopefully this one will go up. I mean, I could have simply just made a zone here and then, or even more simply, just taken this pylon and moved it up there. Don't know why I'm overcomplicating things sometimes. There. They have the power now. Around 20 megawatts remaining, but the residential zones are not yet filled, so they may yet spend all that power. I do have some space left here, and if I have more residential demand, I can definitely, it's climbing at the moment, I believe. I can fill that up. The roads, yeah, these roads are still way too clogged with industry, but there's a simple explanation. My industry is staggered like this, so when you go from up there, you just end up with so many trucks going here at the same time. If I had an exit maybe somewhere here or here, there would be far less trucks coming right down here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is to try and expand my zones, fill these neighborhoods up, raise my income as high as I can, then buy a new stretch of land and test out some of my designs. I do have enough water and enough power to have some new zones. I could try with some offices. I'm not sure how much money do they get me. I have 114 income from these offices here, so not a whole lot of income from these buildings. They do, however, need educated workers, and I do have a lot of educated ones. When you take a look at this industry, saying that they only have overeducated ones. So I could try and see if I can grow some offices. Let's see, just where would I put them? Let's say here. Some of them could go here. Do they produce noise? Nope. Offices do not produce noise. Oh, that was fire and safety. Offices, yeah, here. You can see no noise. The industry produces a hell of a lot of noise. And the commercial produces a little bit, but offices produce no noise. And they are coming up. Cool. I could definitely get some more offices. I just need to find some spots where I have two-way roads to put them on. I think this is one of those. That could work. And up here could expand this, and then is this one way, or I think this part is a one way. Okay, it can stay like that, and this can become office. Add a one way going here. Can get some more residential, but this one is not filled, so leave it like this. I'm not entirely sure, does the industry demand gets filled if you build offices? I mean, it is right next to the industrial in this tool for zoning, but I'm not entirely sure. Do offices enter into this calculation for the industry? If you know the right answer to that question, please write me in the comment section. I mean, I'm trying to look at this bar and see if it's gonna go down once more offices go up, but it seems to go up a little bit, then down a little bit, up a little bit, and then down a little bit, so I'm not entirely sure what do offices have to do with it. Trying to find a spot where I could have some more offices. I think I could have some more offices here. If I tear this down and tear this down, make it a two-way, Let's tear a bit more down. Two-way to here, all the way to here, two-way here, while over here a one-way, and here in the opposite direction, and then I can have some more offices here. The offices I previously built seem to be very happy and even almost close to upgrading to level 2. So that is why I have decided to build more of them. Let's see how much money am I gaining from offices now. 182. That's kind of low. I was expecting I could get more. Tax rates for offices. Increases the tax rate by 2%. Huh. Well, why not? Let's raise it to 11. Citywide, not just as a policy. The industry is at 10 and it's still climbing. How about I increase it to 11? If I have a demand and yet I don't have any room left, why not increase the taxes? I think that's logical. Alright, so I have amassed quite a nice fortune, over 300,000. The city does not seem to be suffering from any lack of anything. Oh my god, that was so bad. In any event, it seems to be functioning. The traffic seems to be a functioning disaster waiting to happen, but I can live with that. So I believe I can end this video here, and in the next video I shall be upgrading to this next area and see what I can do with it. Maybe not that one, maybe this one, but like I said, I have to think about which one I'll use. Maybe I'll even buy this one and then immediately buy this one because this one looks nice and flat. In any event, I will think about it and see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching.